So if you live in the Tampa area, or if you're just visiting, you're probably wondering what are the best beaches to go to. So I'm gonna give you the top 2 that we choose to go to from a local's perspective. And by the way, my name's Chad Leonberg and I'm a local real estate agent and I run a team here in the Tampa area. So if we can help you buy or sell any real estate in the area, please feel free to hit us up at the contact info below. All right, so I'm gonna kind of give you the inside scoop here. As somebody, now we don't live in St. Pete or the Pinellas area, Pinellas County, near the beaches. We are north of Tampa, about 25 minutes north of Tampa, here in Land O'Lakes. So this is for somebody that's gonna make a drive anyway. If there's closer beaches to you, if you live in the area, this might not be for you. And this is my opinion. So just from my opinion, I think there are 2 beaches that we go to. If you're gonna call us up, hey, let's go to the beach, you're visiting, if we have friends from out of town visiting, these are one of the 2 places we're gonna go. So any beach we have to go to, there's probably gonna be an hour or so drive, especially when you factor in the causeways or the traffic or whatever like that. Now, some places we can get to in about 45 minutes, but for the most part, it's an hour drive. So we kind of have a good choice range because of that. Now, our quickest one is Honeymoon Island. Honeymoon Island is right out of Dunedin. There's a causeway that goes over, you pay it, I think it's like $5 for the day to park when you come onto the island. And the only time we have ever found this place to be super crowded was during spring break. Outside of that, it's been super peaceful. The beaches aren't necessarily enormous, but they're not small either. There's huge parking lots and you really get that kind of island vibe because you are truly on an island. Now, the one thing I would caution you is if there are nature trails on the island, maybe if you're bike riding, it would be okay. But we did take a walk on one later when it was the sunset kind of time, a little bit before that, and the bugs had started coming out and we got tore up. So bring some bug spray or we just don't do the nature walk anymore. Our daughter has been scarred by that. So Honeymoon Island is definitely a go-to for us. Always a good time. Normally very easy to park and get a spot. You can also take a ferry over to Caladesi Island from there. Highly recommend that as well. Now, when we have enough time, we have a little longer, a little bit more like an hour or an hour 15 for us. We like to go down to Fort DeSoto. So Fort DeSoto for us, I mean, if you're coming from Tampa area, or if you're anywhere near 275 in St. Pete, you just go down before the Skyway, get off, and it's a pretty similar time commitment because if you're getting off 275 and going over to some of the St. Pete or Madeira beaches, when you're not on the highway like that, it takes a lot longer to go through the red lights and things like that, and then the causeways or Clearwater. So depending on where you're located, if you're close to, coming on the Howard Franklin Bridge or 275 and you come straight down to the end and you're pretty much getting right over onto the island in about 10 minutes off the highway, do the Google Maps. You'll be surprised sometimes at how close that is relative to some of the ones that are maybe closer to you on a map. But Fort DeSoto is great. I mean, I think there's a $5 or so fee to pay to get onto that island as well. But once you're on it, that has a ton of biking trails, a ton of beaches. The sand is super pristine. Water is beautiful. Fort DeSoto is my personal favorite, and we like to go to the North Beach. There's a bit of a walk from that parking lot, but it's definitely worth it. We bring a little beach wagon with us, go out there, and I mean, it's just great. Sunsets are great. To me, it's just about a little bit better than Honeymoon Island. So anyway, those are the 2 that I would recommend if you're someone that lives in Tampa or St. Pete area. Unless maybe you're closer, have your own little spot, keep it to yourself so nobody else goes there like I just ruined ours. But I just can say from our perspective, like I said, if somebody's gonna call us up and wants to go to a beach that's from out of town, those are one of the 2 that we're gonna go to. So thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We'll give you more kind of insider view on living in the Tampa area. Hope this video was helpful. So thanks for tuning in and we'll see you around.